That's over $900,000 in the last 30 days with my e-commerce brand. And in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down my strategy into 3 simple steps. And no, this is not like some scammy little dropshipping business. This is a legitimate e-commerce brand that's made me over $9 million in profit in the last 3 years. As you guys know, I made my millions with e-commerce. I'm not promoting any apps or affiliate deals on these YouTube videos. I genuinely just make this so you guys can follow along, and hopefully one day we can partner up and build a big old brand together. All right, so let me crack open the laptop and let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so we're back at the crib. I've broken this down into 3 steps so you could follow. Step 1 is choosing the correct model. This is by far the most important thing. In this video, I'm going to show you the easy way to do things and then the hard way to do things. And this is super important, especially for long-term success. Step 2 is AI prompting and understanding the game of AI. And then step 3 is offer creation. And this is creating a value-based offer that literally kills competition and destroys the whole drop shipping is saturated narrative. So let's get into it. All right, so the first step and the most important thing is choosing a model that actually makes sense. So the biggest thing here is that when you choose a branded model, you are focusing on the problem itself and not the products, because products die, problems don't. And something that I've realized after testing 200 products is that if I were to focus on a specific product, I would have been doomed, especially for long-term success. And I'll give you an example. My first product that I ever made $70,000 a month with was this 9-in-1 push-up board. This was an amazing product that solved at-home workout, weight loss for men, all that stuff. And this was back a couple years ago. And the thing is, that problem still needs solutions. And there's still men that are overweight. The solution has evolved, and there's different solutions that solve the same problem. Like back then it was all about physical products, but the entire game has shifted into supplements and replenishable products. Okay, and I want to paint the picture. The only way to win at this game is to optimize for long-term success. And the only way to optimize for long-term success is focusing on the problem at hand. And I'll give you an example. So like, I want to lose weight. Let's say you want to focus on the weight loss problem. Well, just a couple years ago, it was a shake weight. If you guys remember anything about weight loss, that was the hottest product for weight loss. And then it became apps, then it became Peloton, and now it's all about like Zempic and like weight loss solutions and supplements and things like that. So I want you to understand, the problem never died. The solution evolved and changed over time. And the key principle here is to understand that there's an easy way of doing things and there's a hard way of doing things. And the reason that I always say that selling supplements is an easy game, it's because supplements run out and people need to refill and buy more. When I was first selling the 9-in-1 push-up board, there's no reason for someone to buy 2 of them. Like there's no point of someone coming back to my store and buying another push-up board because they wanted to lose more weight. But with supplements, the long-term model of getting customers to come back month after month after month is embedded, because supplements run out and people either want to lose a little bit of weight or a lot of bit of weight, right? So it's like, why play this hard game with physical products where literally customers don't come back, or play the easy game with supplements where people literally have to come back to lose more weight or because they ran out of the products, right? So like the branded dropshipping model of selling supplements and products that do run out is already optimizing for long-term success. And the biggest thing here is that it's branded dropshipping plus subscriptions, right? You want to sell products that have monthly recurring revenue capabilities. And again, like even if they don't take the subscription offer, if the product runs out and they truly love the product and it solves the problem that you're saying it does, then they will need to refill on the product and they will need to come back. That's where you get customers to come back and build a profit machine, because you're not paying for new customers. Customers are genuinely coming back because they need more of the solution you're providing. And that's when I realized, like, I had this model completely wrong. And not even that, physical products and any type of products that don't run out, the margins are way lower, right? So just like with physical products, you have to pay for weight, you have to pay for shipping, you have to pay for a bunch of things. But with supplements, you're essentially solving the same problem, but It doesn't weigh much. It doesn't even cost much to produce, right? You can sell a lot of them and actually make more margin, right? And that's exactly what our students are doing inside of our community. Like we have a student that's at 33% margins at a $96,000 day. And I'll bring it up here. It's Cesar, and he's 16 years old. And the reason he's been able to scale that hard is because of his margin, right? He's selling a product that eventually runs out, so customers have to come back and buy more. Therefore, optimizing for one, long-term success, but two, it's way easier to play when customers genuinely have to come back and buy more of your products. And then the next thing is the true branded dropshipping model actually eliminates competition or saturation, because I know what you guys are thinking already. They're like, oh, well, how do I compete with Amazon or TikTok Shop or any of that BS, right? Well, when you have a branded solution and a branded dropshipping business, you are specific to who you sell to. So when you have the same product as everyone else, but you get specific on who you're serving to, you can charge differently. And that is where branding comes into play, because branding is really just a positioning thing, right? It is a separation. It's like, what makes you different? And that's what I did, right? When everyone was selling my product for cheap, I took on a specific customer and I doubled down on that customer and I was able to serve them better. I branded my store around that customer. I branded my solution around that customer. I branded my offer around that customer, right? I got so specific that I was genuinely able to charge more because the solution meant more to them, right? And here's an example. So it's like, for example, let's say hair gummies, right? Everyone knows that hair gummies are a very generic supplement. And if you go on Amazon, you can probably find them for like 20 30 bucks, right? So as you can see, it's 29 bucks for some generic hair gummies. But then when you get more specific, let's say postpartum hair gummies, right? For new moms that are dealing with postpartum hair loss. Do you see how more specific I'm branding that product? Therefore, that customer feels like it's made just for them. And when a customer feels like it's made just for them, they're willing to pay more. Or even confidence hair gummies for women rebuilding their self-esteem. Let's say I target a specific woman that has just gone through a divorce or a major event that they're dealing with low confidence, right? I'm rebuilding their self-esteem, right, with hair gummies. I'm branding the solution for them and I'm able to charge more. And you get the general gist, right? So like the biggest thing here is like, not only can I position myself and get more specific, but I can separate myself and eliminate the competition, right? Because when you're branding a product and you're actually positioning yourself to a specific customer, you're not competing with anyone else. So therefore, you can charge truly what the customers value. So now that you understand the model and the correct model to pursue, especially when starting off, you understand you're thinking long term. You understand you're thinking about returning customers. You understand you're thinking about subscriptions. Well, you need to master AI prompting, right? And there's a million different ways to do this, but this is how our students are absolutely crushing it with AI prompting. So for example, the first thing that we're using is AI prompting to build anything in the store. So I have an example here with Shopify. So I got this tool here, it's called Sidekick, right? And it basically does anything you ask it for, and it will code anything into your store by just prompting it. And it's the most important tool that we use inside of our community. And it's like, it does anything, literally. So I can just type in, build me an add to cart button like the screenshot right here. And then boom, as you can see, it builds me a prompt that I can just plug into a block. And boom, it builds me an add to cart button. Now, I already did this, but I'll let you guys see what it generates. And then boom, we got ourselves an add to cart button, just like the screenshot I provided. It's literally capable of doing anything with an example. All you have to do is prompt it. So like, for example, this is something that would have taken me maybe 3 days. I would have had to get a developer on Fiverr. I would have had to contact someone and then build this entire custom coded add to cart button. But now with Shopify Sidekick, you can build anything. Let's say you wanted to customize the offer. You wanted to customize your theme, specific colors, a new headline, a new header, a new navigational menu. It does everything, especially if you can provide it examples. It's willing to do absolutely anything. And it's probably the best tool that Shopify has released to this day. And then the next thing that we're doing, especially in our store, is AI prompting for product pages. This is the simplest thing that you could do. Again, Sidekick You can ask it, help me craft a product description for hair loss gummies for postpartum moms, and it'll craft you a product description in like a few seconds. Again, you provide it examples, you feed it information, and it's able to give you things that are not just generic outputs, right? These are things taken from other Shopify brands, and it's giving you results on how to actually implement it for your own store. And even the next thing, like let's say creating a product image, I can just ask it, help me create a product image. And it says, what style do you want? What should be in the image? What do you want? What specific colors? These are things that you can just feed it and get back an image in minutes. Again, this would have taken me days. I would have had to go to Canva. I would have had to hire a designer, all this stuff. Like it's literally done in minutes. And it's so easy, especially with Shopify Sidekick. And then honestly, the most important thing here for AI prompting is reverse prompting, right? So this is a skill that takes a bit to understand, but it's basically instead of prompting chat what you want or what you think you want, you find inspiration and you ask it what prompt would best describe what it's seeing. So for example, if I wanted to model an image, I would ask AI, hey, give me a prompt that I can feed you that can generate this type of image, or give me a prompt that I can feed you that can generate this type of product page. It's literally instead of prompting, you ask it to prompt for you. And it's definitely the most important thing we learn, especially with experimenting with AI tools. And guys, there's like a million different ways to do this, especially for AI research. It's just honestly about getting creative and being a little lazy with AI, because the things that would have taken me weeks to do can be done in minutes. And a real life example is like something like customer research or finding specific pain points for products. I have an example here for force factor hair growth. It's like, again, a supplement for hair loss. And it's like, if I wanted to do more research on this product and really figure out who I'm talking to, I can go on Calidata or some type of tool that has a bunch of video or content for this, and I can export the scripts of literally the best videos, plug that into chat, and then ask it, what are the customers that these videos are targeting? What are their pain points, right? And I'll do this super quickly and I'll show you how easy it is to do. So literally just taking the best videos, exporting the script. I can just export the script. Then I can go to chat. I can plug in that, plug in a couple more videos. Let's go here, plug that into chat. Let's get one more. Boom. So now I have 3 scripts. I can just plug that into chat. And I'd be like, these are 3 scripts for a hair loss product. Help me understand the customer and their pain points. And now with AI, I'm being lazy because I don't want to do the research and learn about the customers. Now I can see the pain points easily. It says hair loss is an emotional, not cosmetic pain point. Then desperation, overwhelmness, right? And then price fatigue and mistrust, right? So it's like, now I understand these pain points. I can go back now and find more content pieces about that. I can use AI to generate image ads. I can do so much thing with this data. And honestly, I just got creative and lazy with AI because I just don't want to do the research. I'm going to let it do the research for me. And to be frank, that was only 3 scripts. Like I can't even imagine if I were to feed it like 20 videos and then let it find me the best customers to sell to, or find me customers that other companies aren't selling to. It's like really powerful if you just get creative with it. And then the last part would be the AI images. So I have this company right here I've been researching, and surprisingly, it's in the hair loss niche, right? But it's this company, and they're honestly doing AI images. Like these are so simple to do, especially with Gemini or even Chat's new image generator. These are so simple that you could do these in like minutes by just doing a little bit of research, understanding exactly who you're selling to, and then modeling, and then just targeting a completely different customer. So like genuinely, you could do this in like minutes. And I've seen our students scale up stores in like 30 days, all with AI image ads. And it's all because they're really using AI to find who they're selling to, right? And then using AI to create image ads. It's like genuinely not that hard anymore. All right, and that leads me to the 3rd step, right? So this is the true branded dropshipping model, which is creating an offer that feels like it's made just for them. So it's truly separating yourself from everyone else. And this is our process. We'll start with some AI customer deep research. You can do this on chat. You can just click the deep mode and plug in a bunch of customer information. You can extract the transcripts from Callo data, or you can even just go and do your own competitor research with chat and extract customer information from articles and YouTube videos and things that are just public about the product itself. And then the biggest thing here is then I would do offer research by competitor research. So all I like to do is go on ads library, I'll type in a product, I typed in hair loss gummies, then I came across this brand, Trinutra, and as you can see, they got like, the AI image ads, but then I came across their offer and I'm like, all right, cool. How can I position myself differently than this offer? Well, you can use our framework, right? Which is value stack at quantity stack. So what I would do personally, if I wanted to separate myself, is one, obviously choose a different customer to sell to because that's the branded dropshipping experience, because that's the real game. And then two, provide value as we provide more quantity, right? And that's what I like to call a value as quantity stack. So this brand is just buy one, get one free, buy two, get two free. And they're just pretty much giving away things for free, but there's no incentive to purchase more. So what I would do is I would genuinely put I would use an app like Moon Bundles or some type of app where I can give away free gifts for buying more. And the biggest example is like having an offer like Javi, right? Where the more bottles they purchase, the more gifts they get. This is a value at quantity stack, right? Because the more quantity someone gets, the more value they get. There's an incentive for them to choose more. So that's personally what I would do to separate myself from everyone else. And then guess what? I would position the free products around the customer that is buying the solution. So like back to the Javi example, for someone that's buying coffee, they might want a recipe booklet or they might want a coffee spoon or even a tumbler, right? These are logical things that are net in the customer's buying cycle, right? But they're offering them for free as an incentive to spend more. And that's what we love, which is, again, the value stack at quantity stack process. And really the last thing here is testing and iterate. There's no such thing as having a perfect offer. We're always iterating, we're always changing. Even in our brand, we're always changing our offer and we're always doing more customer research to understand who we're serving to and how we can provide more value to them. So yeah, guys, those were the inputs that I would do to start dropshipping in 2026 the right way. Again, with exit potential, choosing the right model, and really playing this game for long-term success, and you're building a business that pays you month after month. And of course, guys, if you guys need any help implementing this, we created the Elite Ecom coaching program. It's responsible for teaching over 2,000 people the branded dropshipping model and helping over 10 people become a millionaire. And we're taking on a few new students in 2026. The link is going to be in the description. And of course, if you guys found some value, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe on this video and drop some comments on what kind of videos you guys want to see from me in the future. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.